Oh yeah, I'm back with more flames. Get used to it, man. William Zepeda posts a picture of him in an arm sling, and he pulls out of the Shakur Stevenson fight. That's what I want to talk about right now, right here in his video. Man, it's looking kind of bad for Golden Boy and William Zepeda. Check out my other content I made. Shakur Stevenson, it was highly publicized that he was supposed to fight William Zepeda in a Riyadh season card in February. But he had one obstacle in front of him, which was to get past Tevin Farmer of Philly before the Shakur Stevenson fight. I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. If you listen to my content religiously, you will know that before that fight, I told you that I see trouble. I see trouble lies ahead because William Zepeda, they had tailor-made most of his opponents to cater to his style, and Tevin Farmer was supposed to give him the look to see if he was really ready for Shakur Stevenson. And it's not even that Shakur and Tevin Farmer fight identically. However, if you look at his rap sheet, you look at his resume, the closest, I guess you could say, to a Shakur Stevenson would have been Tevin Farmer. And I told you it was a very dangerous fight, and the people involved were really making a mistake. Riyadh season, Golden Boy, etc. They're like Latino night. And it's funny because when I say these things, I'm on the front line. People are like, oh, Ego, you're wrong. Some people agree with me, of course. And I just wait. It's a waiting game. That's all I do. I wait, and the truth will prevail, and the truth will come out. And that's exactly what happened. I told you that when we're looking at the business of boxing, if you are hoping to make a mega fight or a bigger fight, you do not put too tall of an order in front of either fighter so as they can't complete the task or look good in doing so, and you jeopardize that super fight. It makes no sense from a business perspective. You have to, and you would want to, keep the fighter's stock high. I can understand you want your fighter to have activity and not be on the sidelines. So you give them a good fight, a decent fight, but a fight where they probably are likely to prevail and look good doing so. Pause. That's what you do to preserve the integrity. Because here's the thing. Some people will be like, oh, Ego, you're condoning cherry picking. It's not cherry picking, numbnuts, when you have another fight right after that that is all but a cherry pick. That's called development. That's called a progression or a succession plan, right? So it would be cherry picking if, like Canelo, what Canelo is doing is cherry picking. He'll fight light heavyweight that's washed like Kovalev, but then he won't fight better Biev. That's cherry picking, right? He'll fight against Munguia that didn't really deserve the fight, hadn't really done much at the division 168, or he'll fight Berlanga, same scenario, but he won't fight David Benavidez or David Morrell, henceforth while they're fighting each other. That's cherry picking because there's no end in sight. There's no, hey, once I get past Munguia, Berlanga, I'm fighting Benavidez. Some people think the fight may never happen. So there's no, and he's saying I want 200 mil and things like that. So that's completely different if a fighter is taking a stay busy fight or a mediocre type of fight with the intention of your very next fight is going to be a blockbuster fight or a competitive fight. So don't even waste my time with that. If you're fighting Shakur Stevenson next and it was locked in, then no one is going to have a problem with you fighting another Maxie Hughes, because we know that the end game is Shakur Stevenson, right? Same thing similarly with Andre Ward. Andre Ward said, yes, I'll fight Kovalev. Yes, I agree to a rematch clause. But since I'm moving to a new weight class, I want to fight 2, introduction fights to the new weight class. Then I'll fight Kovalev in the 3rd fight. I covered Ward's whole last career. Shout out to the Bay Area. Yee! And guess what? That's exactly what SOG Ward did. Fought Alexander Brand, fought Sullivan Barrera, 2 decent names he could get that were available. Sullivan Barrera was definitely ranked and undefeated at the time. And then once he got past them, he fought Kovalev. Fight was close. He rematched Kovalev, stopped him. Boom. So I have no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is Golden Boy. They are talking this good game about Zepeda, De La Hoya, William Zepeda and Latino night. He's ready for Shakur. And you had Eric Gomez who did an interview and they blamed it on Shakur. They said that Shakur Stevenson wanted a tune-up fight, but it's all looking like cap because at the end of the day, who's ready for the fight in February and who isn't? Shakur is ready and he's not getting that look because William Zepeda is now allegedly injured. So this looks bad and it was highly predictable. I told you that the Tevin Farmer fight would not be good for Zepeda because styles make fights, and I already knew he had never fought anyone close to Shakur and even the Tevin Farmer. He hadn't really fought that style. And if you think he has and you think you know more than me, then tell me who he fought that you thought could replicate in terms of defense and offense like a Shakur, like a Tevin Farmer. Because Jojo Diaz and Maxie Hughes, that's not cutting it. They're nowhere in the same realm of what Shakur Stevenson does well. So you have another black fighter, an American fighter, who's being robbed of an opportunity because another fighter doesn't want to fight, and it's open. And it's funny because you don't have old media really talking about it. I've made several videos about it. I don't care who you are, where you come from, your gender, your age, your race, your creed, your color, nothing. I don't discriminate. Anybody can get it the same. However, I call it like it is. And Shakur Stevenson, he's the one that appears ready and willing to take the test. He even said he would do it in a small ring. And it's Golden Boy who conveniently have a fighter that is injured. And they're talking about, he wants to fight in the future. But here's the thing. Why would Shakur, he hasn't fought since Artem Harutyunyan. Why is he going to just sit around and wait and hope that Zepeda gets it together? Or, ain't nobody going to sit and wait for somebody's alleged injury to heal. Shakur is not a doctor. He got to go on with his career, and hopefully he does that. The next available person that I think is reasonable that Golden Boy does have is Floyd Schofield. I've seen Shakur and Schofield going back and forth. Hopefully Golden Boy can get that done because you have Team Schofield, and I'll probably make a video about it. Depends on my schedule, but Team Schofield is saying that they'll beat Shakur and they want the fight. So Golden Boy, the pressure is on them. The ball is in their court. They gotta ultimately deliver because it was their fighter Zepeda and they did all this talking, and now he's not ready to fight Shakur Stevenson as I predicted. I knew something was gonna go and be awry, and that's exactly what happened. Now he's allegedly injured and we gotta wait. So you might as well I wish people in boxing would just keep it real and just say we're not ready. Shakur's a great talent. It's like when Tank was a conversation point before he had fought Ryan, and De La Hoya was like, no, Tank's a beast. You might as well just say Shakur, he's too hard to hit. Zepeda needs more experience. I would respect that more. But what happens in boxing is everybody's macho, everybody's tough. Nobody is gonna just come out, or very few people come out and say, man, this guy is good. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I personally, for one, would respect that more. Let me know what you guys think, but the blame does not fall on Shakur. More people should be talking about this.